If you can't control your chips, you're not going to be able to automate your shop. So with that being said, the second component of successful automation still isn't robots, it's chip control. It's amazing how something that seems so insignificant can be such a nuisance when it comes to automation. The first place to control your chips ties directly back to programming, and that is to select cutters, geometry, and cutting parameters that optimize chip breaking during your cut. Lack of chip breaking can become a nightmare, especially on lathes, where you end up with situations like this, bird nesting, that can damage your machine or interfere with subsequent machining operations. Next thing you might want to consider is high pressure coolant. This way, you can force chips out of your cutting area. After you have successfully managed chip breaking during your cutting operations, then it's time to start thinking about removing chips either in the middle of operations or at the end of operation when you do either a part pick or a transfer or however you're getting your part out of the machine. You can clear those chips using a fan or pressurized air or high pressure coolant coming out of a tool that's mounted in your spindle or something that's somewhere in the machine to remove chips from the part. Once the chips have been removed from the part, you likely want to have some sort of chip flushing in your machine to push those chips down into either an auger or a conveyor so they can be carried out of the machine. Speaking of augers, this is an item that often gets overlooked when purchasing a machine. But in this case, and especially when it comes to automation, you do not want to go cheap when it comes to your machine auger or your conveyor or whatever you're using to remove chips from the machine. Because if you don't have a good conveyor or way to remove the chips from the machine, they're either going to find their way into your machine sump and plug up your coolant, or they can build up so much in your workspace that your machine axes can't even move anymore. It's critically important that you focus on a good method for getting the chips out of the machine and keeping your sump clean. Let me know if you think I missed any bullet points when it comes to good chip control in your machining process.